Alright guys, my name is Brian, also known as SouloTV, and I want to tell you guys what I learned throughout my 5,000 hours of streaming on Twitch. And if you're a streamer yourself or you're looking to get into streaming, what I learned and what I think I should apply to myself and in the future, everything I kind of just experienced and learned throughout this 1,000+ days of streaming on Twitch. So I've been streaming for 1,000 days. Over 1,000 days, 5,000 hours. The two games I primarily streamed were League of Legends and Fortnite. I started off with League of Legends. When Fortnite started getting popular, I was streaming Fortnite throughout all of 2018, most of 2019, and as Fortnite started to trickle off, I went back to League of Legends. And I played other games here and there, just chatting, whatever. I'm clearly not streaming properly. I'm not streaming well. My success and my growth on Twitch with this amount of time spent into streaming it's awful. It's really bad. I don't know anyone that has streamed almost as much as me. This growth is 15 average viewers throughout the years. It's kind of bad, you know what I mean? The reason I've been able to stream so much is I am a college student. I live at home. This was my main source of income. I was honestly, for a streamer my size, I was getting pretty good revenue on Twitch because I've had a handful of generous supporters and viewers, and I was making money off of Fortnite for about a year or so. So I was able to sustain this grind and was able to play 24/7, stream almost every single day, you know what I mean? I was able to grind and focus. We looked at the time I spent streaming. The max viewers, obviously, it was from hosts and raids, so we're gonna look at average viewers. So I started averaging 5 viewers. As Fortnite came out, I switched over to Fortnite in sometime 2018, and I started growing, Fortnite started growing, because that game was like a phenomenal, insanely huge game. So honestly, the organic growth on Twitch alone of just being a skilled Fortnite player was kind of carrying me. I was growing as a streamer. My highest average views was October 2018. This is when I first competed at my Fortnite event at TwitchCon, and I think that boosted my numbers this month and the next month. And I was just doing really well because I was starting to become more well known in the Fortnite scene, and I was doing pretty good in scrims and was playing with and against well-known players. And as Fortnite started to decline, it's no secret Fortnite's dying. As Fortnite died, I died with it. I started declining. I stopped enjoying the game. And then here we are, back to League of Legends, back to doing whatever I felt like doing, and streaming less hours, and I kind of just back to where I am, back to where I was, at averaging 15 viewers. And I can definitely say the Fortnite grind was really good. I think I didn't capitalize on Fortnite well enough in terms of trying to create other content, but I spent all my time super focused on scrimming and improving and winning money and winning tournaments. So that was all my time spent, was the Fortnite tournaments. An interesting stat I also noticed on this is it says I gained 3,700 followers, but I only have about 3,000 following me. A lot of people unfollowed, maybe after hosts and stuff like that. Didn't realize that till now. Subscriber, it was peaking really well during the peaks of Fortnite. Now it's kind of evened out. Viewership, it's always the big hosts or me killing Tfue or a big streamer, being in a game with Tyler 1, I don't know. So what I definitely realized over the years is that it's kind of crazy, right? I think in order to grow on Twitch, you need to stream less, actually stream less, and do more work outside of streaming. I didn't realize that soon enough. I know that now, and I'm still not really doing it. I'm so used to just going home, click start streaming, and just autopiloting and grinding out my hours. I love it so much. It's so fun. It's so easy. So it's been tough to kind of realize that I need to cut back and understand that growth isn't really on Twitch and it's from other platforms, and you bring it onto Twitch. There are outliers to grow on Twitch. A couple outliers that I'll point out is the number one way is obviously playing with someone that's already established, someone that's already clouded, or you're playing. This is the hardest one. This is one I don't really understand yet, or don't really know too much of. But if you're playing a more smaller game that doesn't have many streamers but has a big community and a good amount of viewers still, and you're relatively good at that game, people will watch you to try and learn and improve at that game. I want to say good examples would be possibly like Dead by Daylight. Top Dead by Daylight streamers you can probably still organically grow through Twitch. It has to be some kind of competitive game, you know, like maybe even Magic the Gathering, for example, as well. Any kind of game like that where like you can be really good at the game, not super popular, it's not saturated, so you can still organically grow on Twitch. January, I got really lucky, and when I streamed, I had a really good clip of, it wasn't even a clip of me, it was just me spectating someone popping off. I clipped it, it made it to the top page of Reddit, League of Legends, and it got me some traffic. I got 25 followers, that's how I got my first couple of viewers. And some of them even still watch me till this day. That's kind of what kickstarted it. And I had no idea what I was doing when I was streaming. I was literally just grinding hours, you know, time stream, grinding 223 hours my first month. And that's an insane amount of hours. So I didn't really do much but stream, maybe get a few clips. And that is why I got the followers from the Reddit clip on January, and I didn't do anything else for the rest of these couple of months. So I started realizing that's not working, which it wasn't growing. I was submitting as many clips as I possibly could to Reddit, to League of Legends highlight channels like Synapse. I was trying really hard to get that exposure. I was trying to improve at League of Legends as well, to play in challenger games more consistently. Okay, so like around this time, September, October, I was getting single-digit followers. So I was like, okay, something needs to change. This is clearly not working. I started uploading YouTube videos. I would say I was trying to be daily. I was trying to be really consistent and upload every day, but it was very hard because my editing skills are bad and I wanted to stream a lot. So I was going on and off with streaming as much as I could and editing videos. It wasn't until December 2017 where a few of my videos started popping off. You know, I got pretty lucky with some of my videos and I was getting a lot of exposure. So I was like, okay, this is great. Like, my League of Legends videos are getting me a lot of exposure and I should keep doing it. And then February 2018 hit. Was definitely still growing, but I think this is when I was getting insanely burned out. League of Legends. I was playing so much. I was trying to improve and I wasn't. I was playing and creating other off-stream YouTube videos for League of Legends. I was just doing everything myself on top of going to school and other responsibilities. I was starting to get burned out. I couldn't do it anymore. I hated League. I couldn't even look at the game anymore. It was crazy how much I despised the game. Fortnite came out. I decided to make the full-time switch, and looking at the followers, it was just insane. Organic growth on Fortnite was already insane, and I was just so used to it, so I wrote it out. I stopped making videos. I barely touched Instagram. I didn't touch Twitter really. I didn't touch Reddit. I would occasionally upload, you know, Fortnite has its own version of its highlight channels. I would occasionally send my clips to those channels. But during this time, I was just insanely focused on improving in Fortnite and being one of the best, trying to get signed, trying to make money. And I was just used to the growth. My view count started growing. I was getting about 200 new followers every month, which was insane, you know what I mean? From going from 20 followers every month, switching games, to getting 200, 300, 350 in this month. It was just insane to me. I just loved it. And I believe July, August. I think this is where I established myself as a pro player, and I was given access to scrim with the pro players consistently every single day. And I think that's how I got a good amount of exposure in these months here and a good amount of new followers. It just went downhill, and the organic growth was no longer there on that category. Fortnite, not only did it start declining, the amount of streamers just increased by thousands. You know, now I think Fortnite is the most streamed game. And I guess I'll just write down a few things that I've learned in this journey and my plan. Stream less and do other content. This is the one that I'm currently trying to apply to myself. It's really hard. I'm really hard-headed. I'm just not used to it, I guess. I'm so used to streaming so much and grinding so much that it's hard to stream less. I've always had this misconception that, you know, I'm not streaming enough. I need to just grind and keep pushing out content. But you know, the more I was streaming, I would just be dead on stream. I would be leaning back more. I wouldn't be as engaged. I wouldn't have as much energy. And I wasn't really growing. It was burning me out. But I think the number one thing is to stream less and do other content and focus on other platforms. I think this really depends on what game you're playing. Certain games have insane pull on other platforms. I think the most important ones to focus on is IG, Twitter, YouTube of course, and TikTok and Reddit. These are our favorite platforms. The best friend. It's our best friends. TikTok, if you're really into making these troll videos and skits, I think is really good. IG, I think, only really helps for certain games. I believe Fortnite's Instagram pull is really big. But my focuses will be Twitter, YouTube, and Reddit. Reddit's very hit or miss. I'm still going to use it and utilize it. I know right now, I think just chatting is the fastest growing category on Twitch. And Reddit and live stream fails really helps you get that attention over there. So I think Reddit is very instrumental for just chatting streamers and Twitch streamers in general. But my focus will be Twitter and YouTube, because I love Twitter and YouTube's like, I think Twitch streamer's best friend. We gotta use that tool. So definitely these are the two most important things that I've learned. Birthday, I'm just gonna put don't raids hosts don't matter. Okay. A lot of people, I think, pray for that lucky raid or pray for that lucky host. Generally, I'm not saying all raids and all hosts don't matter, but generally speaking, raids and hosts don't really matter. They'll follow you. I think they will unfollow you after. I think that's where the statistic came from, where I lost about 800 followers or something like that. For the most part, I've had some hosts. I think I don't know if it's just my experiences and it's because I stream into the late night. But when I'll get a big raid or a host from a streamer at night, I'll have those people that initially joined from the raid, and then honestly my chat goes exactly back to how it was. It's pretty dead. People stop really talking. New people will join in and say, wow, how do you have a couple hundred with no one chatting? I think all the lurkers and people chilling from the previous streamer don't really type in your stream. Doesn't really have the interaction to like get other viewers in there. It's kind of tough. Raising hosts are kind of tough, and I think, you know, obviously you can't focus on that. That is the least of your problems. You don't stream to pray for a host. You don't stream to pray for a raid, because that's all luck, and honestly it might not even help that much. It will definitely not help as much as you think it will. Tip number 4, network people you like. I can't think of a better word or better phrase, but network to people you like, as in focus on your inner circle, your group of friends, and interact with streamers you genuinely enjoy and create friendships and bonds that way. I don't know how to really say it. I think a lot of people try to network and go on people's discords and type their Twitch streams and try to meet tons of other people that they don't really care about, or playing games that they don't really care about. I think that doesn't really help. Generally, you want to become actual friends with the people you network with. All the best people I've met through Twitch that support me the most are my genuine friends. I genuinely like to watch them. I would like to hope they genuinely like to watch me. And I think those friendships are the best networking and tools, because I want to help them out and they want to help me out whenever we can. And you know, I think that's the most important networking. Obviously, if you somehow can network and leech and become good friends with a big streamer, put Twitch on easy mode, more power to you. I don't really think that should be your focus. Just be cool with the people in your community, other streamers that get along with your community, and vice versa, and I think that'll make streaming a lot more better for you. I've tried to brute force friendships with people that weren't really fucking with me and vice versa, and I don't think that's, you know, worth pursuing. It's like watering a dead plant, in my opinion, and I don't think it's really worth it. You know, this way, when you see your friends posting content and you want to actually, I genuinely want to retweet some of my friends' content and their YouTube videos and stuff like that, and vice versa. Like people that you actually care about, and you create that bond with them. And yeah, I wish I could find a better way to phrase it. You network to people you get along with. I guess that's the perfect way to say it. I had a bunch of viewers, people I only saw as viewers. They're trying to become streamers themselves, and they're trying to become editors themselves. I'm like, okay, like, I'm down. You roll with me for years, months to years, whatever. I'm down to support you and help you out, because, you know, we're both essentially going for the same vision, the same plan. And be different. I think this is probably the one that everyone says the most. I think at the end of the day, be you and use your qualities and what makes you different, and focus on that. And what I used to push out a lot is that I was a support main, and that was my push, because not many people were support streamers. I used to push out that I was, you know, a weeb, with all this stuff, that I'm a weeb, try to welcome as many anime lovers as I could. I used to push out the narrative that I'm black, you know what I mean? Hey, black viewers, black streamers, pull up, let's kick it, you know? Come through, type thing. Just use what's different about you, and I think try to really make that your focus. Because I actually have had people that watch me because I'm black, or people that watch me because I like to talk about anime and they do as well. So like, you know, anything like that. I don't think you have to be above and beyond and be an insane personality like Dr. Disrespect or anything like that, but just be different, as in just be different, to stay true to yourself and be different from the rest of the people. I don't know, this is just me rambling. I have genuinely felt like quitting streaming a few times, especially towards these last few months. It's been really hard. Yeah, I love streaming. I've streamed over 5,000 hours, pretty insane. And I just wanted to bring something different to my YouTube channel, some different content, some different insights, and my plans for 2020 and beyond. I don't really know what's in store or my game plan. I'm going to stream as much as I can on Twitch for now, but I think when I start working, I'll focus more on YouTube and other platforms for sure, and stream when I can, because it's still a hobby I really enjoy to do. So I don't know, it's really tough. It really sucks that if you want to be a Twitch streamer, you have to stream less to the end. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. It's tough, you know. There's times where I'm really optimistic and I'm really positive about this whole thing, but you know, the past few months, and I've been feeling defeated. I feel like I'm just losing. I don't know if I'm losing to Twitch or I'm losing to myself or just I'm losing to the odds. Better way to see it is to flip that switch and be optimistic and see what you're doing wrong, such as literally the top two. I think is the two things I'm going to focus on and see if we actually can grow, if we're being more proactive and increasing our chances to grow. Made it to the end of the video, just comment #growth and I'll know you're a real one. You made it to the end, you watched the whole video. I really appreciate it. Let's get it popping though, guys. We got to do some different stuff. We got to switch it up. It pains me to stream less, but I have to. I clearly streamed way too much for this amount of growth, so let's stream less, let's do other things, and let's hope we can make this dream come true. But yeah, love you guys. Peace out.